Hello everyone. Today I'm talking to you from the birthplace of St. Francis in Assisi, Italy, a man who is sometimes referred to as the second Christ because of his exemplary life and his universal love for all people, animals, and nature. Francis was a man who showed through his actions his deep connection and great understanding of God. Now, there are many ways to come to know God. However, our desire for it must be without second. If you're seeking God through sacred writings, then read them as if God is speaking to you directly. If communicating with God in prayer, then open your heart and pour it out as you would converse with your dearest and best friend. And if you're seeking connection with God in meditation, then just sit with an alertness, with an attention, with an awareness to the fact that the whisper of its still small voice can and will come to you at any time. And if you're out in nature, then just be open and receptive to the beauty of God, which is all around you, so that it can enter your heart and illuminate your soul. For the truth is, we can talk about God and its love day and night. We can read sacred texts, countless books. We can memorize verses of scriptures. We can read writings of enlightened masters. But none of us can really understand God and fully know its love until we have a personal and a direct experience of such things. Francis expressed a direct experience in intimate connection through his very life. He once said, every day, preach the gospel, and when necessary, use words. Meaning, show God through your very life, through your actions and deeds. Francis knew that words were not enough. For words can't properly express things of God, and neither can they even define God, because words by and of themselves, they limit things, and God is beyond limit. God cannot be put in a box. Neither can words describe the immensities of God's unconditional love, because there is no physical comparison. Not just Francis, but many of the great mystics of all different traditions tried to explain and talk about the love of God through beautiful and elegant prose and poetry. But again, until one experiences it directly, one cannot truly understand it. And so if we sincerely desire to know God, then we must begin to show daily expressions of our love and devotion everywhere. For only when we make time for God, put it first in our lives, and consistently seek communion, will a true personal experience of it come. And when it does, that moment will bring true understanding to us. It's like the example of trying to teach someone what a lemon tastes like if they have never had the experience of tasting one. You could talk for hours and days, but until you actually go get a lemon and say, here, taste this, they won't have true understanding. And with the true understanding of God comes lasting peace, happiness, and joy. This direct experience is what the mystics throughout all the world's spiritual traditions have called a divine union. Deep within, our soul remembers this union it once had and is longing for this feeling again. This is why so many people are restless, unfulfilled, even those who seem to have it all. I mean, personally, I know many people who have an abundance of wealth. They have multiple homes, numerous cars, all the things and material things of life that anyone could want. Yet they still say to me that they feel like they have an emptiness, a void inside. They feel like something is missing. What they're not realizing is that their restlessness, their emptiness, is a yearning of the soul. It is a cry of the soul which laments the loss of feeling the divine union it once knew. Now, really, we're not separate. We haven't really lost it. It's just that we're veiled to this truth. When we incarnated into matter, we've become forgetful of our true identity. We've forgotten the feeling of oneness and unity we had with God when we were first created. And we don't fully comprehend that we're longing for the restoration of that deep and intimate bond between the soul and God. However, that restoration must come from us. God is waiting for us to seek it, but like hamsters in a wheel, we go round and round and round, searching for peace, happiness, and love in externals, in the people and the things of this world. But spiritual desires can never be fulfilled by physical things. Eternal happiness and lasting peace can never be found in things which are impermanent, meant not to last. Only when our soul rests in God, that which is eternal, without beginning and end, can eternal peace, lasting happiness, and infinite love be found. St. Augustine, a brilliant man who set off on his own quest through many different spiritual paths in order to find God, which he recounts in his autobiography and truly great spiritual classic called Confessions, once wrote, "Our hearts are restless until they rest in thee, O Lord." He also says in that same great work, "I erred seeking thee without, for thou art within. So look within, turn your search from the outer world to the inner one, and you'll be surprised by what you find." Good luck on your path. May each and every day be filled with an abundance of love, happiness, and peace.